4 in a row, baby. That's right. Cowboys and Colt ones with you here on YouTube. Sorry for the whole freaking 2-week hiatus. Been busy. Yankees were taking my heart. Going late night games, trying to get in the playoffs. Playoffs are over. There's some baseball games going on now I don't give a shit about because the Cowboys have won 4 in a row. We're 4-1, baby. And we just beat the sorry ass Giants. Let's talk about it. Boom. All right. Hey, what's up? Corey Clark with you here. Cowboys and Cold Ones. Got my Bush Light cheer with you. Let me know what you have in the comments below. Be sure to share this and follow me at Corey Clark Radio on Twitter. Baby, we have won 4 in a row, and we just beat them sorry-ass Giants, like I said, and everything along those lines. I mean, a lot of positives. Let's go over the win. Let's go over what we're seeing from specific players like that bad boy Trayvon Diggs, baby. And then one negative. I'm not that big of a guy who's going to harp on things left and right. Overall, I'm fine with everything going on, but let's knock it through. I mean, hey, Cowboys look good, man. I have not felt this good about the Dallas Cowboys a season in a long time. And like, it's not just me being false hope or being an over exotic fan. It's more the fact of, dude, we're scoring 40 almost points a game. We just scored 44 on them Giants. There's some things to clean up and everything else. Defense looks good. Special teams hasn't really been an issue the last couple weeks. Knock on wood. I mean, everything looks good, but we're through 5 weeks. We still got more than half a season to go. Got the bye week coming up, which is good, and everything else along that. But I have not felt this good about a freaking season in a long time, guys. But hey, we're on to New York. I mean, we're on to New England. 1 game at a time. We're 1-0. That's all it is. So Micah Parsons says his tweet, 1-0. It's all that matters. I don't want to get too ahead of myself because I'm ready to be hurt again. I just don't want to. I want it. We want it so bad. Cowboys Nation, we deserve that Super Bowl title. And that's the last time you'll hear me say the Super Bowl word. The last time. 1 at a time. We're on the road to New England, and we got the bye week coming up. But Cowboys just beat them sorry-ass Giants. I said it again. 44 boys to 20. We just won 4 in a row and everything else. Look at it from this standpoint. The defense is playing lights out. This is fun. I don't understand how in overnight, basically, Dan Quinn and scout team department went from being this bad to the bottom of the level to they're top 10 right now. Easy. I mean, they got the young guys. We're flying around. We cut Jalen Smith. We'll get into that here in a little bit. I mean, we look fine. We look good. I trust our defense. If the rare occasion our quarterback turns the ball over, or that rare occasion we have to send Brian Anger out of retirement to go punt the football, I'm okay. I feel comfortable right now with this Cowboys defense. Now, yes, we've seen Justin Herbert. We've seen Tom Brady, but we haven't seen the calibers of yet Patrick Mahomes and stuff. They did really well in L.A. I want to see it again. We'll see it against a New England Bill Belichick team. Those are never easy, especially at New England. That weather sucks. We'll play Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. They look like they're having a down year. And if I'm not getting ahead of myself, I told you, if we make the playoffs, you'll see those quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, like Tom Brady, again, like Dak said after the week 1 loss. We'll see you again. Things like that. We'll see these guys. But for right now, all we can do is see what's right in front of us. Good teams blow out sorry-ass teams. And that's exactly what the Dallas Cowboys did against the New York Giants. Good teams blow out teams. That's exactly what you have to do. And you know what the fun part was? Through that first quarter, which we'll talk about, Cowboys didn't even play their best game offensively at all. It was sloppy, but they had the talent to overcome it, and we still won by 24. They won by 24. You know, fuck it. We won. I pay money. We won by 24 points. But, man, sorry, I was looking at this tweet. So, big storyline coming out. Randy Gregory had 9 pressures in the win. That's most by anyone. According to Dan Quinn, the most consistent football player they have on the defensive side of the ball during this 4-game win streak. And that's without DeMarcus Lawrence, obviously. That's without Neville Gallimore, obviously, and et cetera, et cetera. Donovan Wilson has been playing. Tristan Hill forgot he even existed till 4 hours ago when I remembered his name. But Randy Gregory, he had 2 sacks against last week. against Carolina. He had 9 pressures he was forced in, whether it was Daniel Jones or Mike Glennon, to get rid of the football really, really quick. Another player on the defense. Everybody on the defense is playing well. You look at it from the inside. Osa. I love yelling his name. Osa! It's like Coop on the offensive side of the ball. Overall, you look at the linebacker play of Jalen Gone. We'll get into it. LVE made a couple plays that made me go, woo! Oh, woo! I'm not a Wolf Hunter for a reason. I can't do it. Jabril Cox made a play. Hello. Micah Parsons all over the freaking football field making plays. Give it credit to our safety. Kears out there dropping down in the box or playing high. Malik Hooker got a lot more snaps this past week. He's been playing, I think, 10 more snaps compared to single high safety down in the run game, which is weird because I live in here in Indy, and Indy's getting ready to play on Monday Night Football, by the way. We'll get to it. We'll talk and go watch that game here in a bit. But Malik Hooker was known for the passing game and everything else, interceptions. He's been a lot better and playing a lot more down in the box, being a big contributor to stopping the opposing offense for running the football. So, that's pretty cool to see. And then obviously, prime time, Dion. Oh, wait, no, Trayvon Diggs, man. Trayvon. Oh, my God, quit throwing him the ball. Like, holy shit, if I was an opposing team, I'd be like, quit throwing that guy the ball. Quit throwing it outside. But don't. From a Cowboys guy, don't stop throwing him the ball. Test him. He's got the most penalties in the league from a DB, apparently. Only a couple have been accepted. He's given up the most yards, I guess, but PFF has him as one of the best coverage cornerbacks in the NFL right now. Richard Sherman tweeting out during the game. Marlon Humphrey tweeting out during the game, giving him mad love, saying, he's an all-pro. He's standing out, putting the league on notice, money bank emojis. That's a cornerback I'm willing to pay a lot of money to. Byron Jones was great, man. Great coverage, but he didn't make the plays to turn the ball over. Trayvon takes risks. They'll bite him some games. Live with it, because obviously this is the other side of things where he's intercepting passes. 6 interceptions in 5 games, and he probably should have had another one in the first quarter against the New York Giants on Sunday when Daniel Jones threw a seam route, and it just kind of slipped through Trayvon's hands trying to make a play on the football. Cheers. So he's going to keep getting them. How much longer can he keep this up, this streak? He's had an interception, had 2 1 week, had an interception every game. Can he continue doing it? We'll find out in New England. Mac Jones, a rookie quarterback, they competed well against Tampa Bay. Obviously, that storyline. Trayvon Diggs, 6 interceptions, 5 games, most coverage snaps by him without allowing a touchdown this season in 205 snaps. So Trayvon Diggs has not given up a touchdown this season in 205 snaps, guys. It's pretty damn good. I keep asking the question, like, why do they keep throwing him the football? And I don't know. Keep trying. I don't care. Throw him the football. Let him keep getting these interceptions. Let him keep making these plays. That guy goes up and high points the football in that interception against Mike Glennon on Sunday in the second half. And that looked like an NFL receiver. Obviously, we all know the story by now. Nick Saban made him transition from wide receiver to cornerback. He cried when it happened. Called Stephon Diggs his brother, who now plays for the Bills. And that's another dominant team. It looks like they just killed the Chiefs in Kansas City on Sunday Night Football. And he said, go to work, and he went to work, and look where he is. He was a 2nd-round pick. We got CeeDee Lamb in the 1st round at number 17. Come 50-something, Cowboys, hey, the guy we would have taken if CeeDee Lamb wasn't there. Trayvon Diggs is right there. So you got 2 first-round picks on their board, apparently 2 top 20 picks on their board in the 2020 NFL draft. So, let's go. Or 29, whatever year it was. Last year. Prior to the draft where they took Micah Parsons. Anthony Brown also had a pick 6. He's 1 drop interception last week away from having interception in 3 games. That's another conversation. Look, I'm awful on it on Twitter too at Corey Clark Radio. Look, I do the same thing just like all you guys do. God damn it. Anthony Brown, come on. That play by Tony was a fluke. Just an athletic play. Anthony Brown is going to get beat. I think David Hellman from DallasCowboys.com said it best. You're not going to have a superstar at every position, but Anthony Brown is a starting caliber cornerback who's there to fill the void till we think Kelvin Joseph is 100% ready. The injury pushed his timetable back, and Brown is serviceable enough. All right. He hasn't been terrible. He hasn't been good, but he has 2 interceptions in the last 3 games and just had his first career pick 6 on Sunday. Just read that ball perfectly. So credit's due. Like I'm hard on the guy because I want perfection, which is obviously by me, my lazy ass sitting at home on the couch saying, hey, come on. And you put me out there and I may break my left ankle trying to cover the 5th receiver on the depth chart or someone on the practice squad. Doesn't matter. Or one of the first guys cut in training camp. Like, we're going to do it. We're allowed to sit here and criticize and go into film room and depth and everything else and say, well, this needs to be better. Come on, let's go. I'm still going to do it when Anthony Brown gives up a big play. I still do it when Trayvon gives up. If Trayvon gives up a big play, like, and Trayvon has 6 picks in 5 games. I want perfection, but big plays are going to happen. Brown's going to give up his yards. He's doing his job over there. Like, he's just holding down the fort. Can't have 2 superstar corners. Well, you could, but could have paid. You could have. They tried to apparently go get Stephon Gilmore. That was reported, but I don't know how well he would have fit. Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. Dan Quinn's scheme didn't happen. Defense still about D-Law, Gallimore, Donovan Wilson. I don't know if Micah Parsons loses snaps. Kearse will still play down in the box. Donovan go back high. I don't know what they're going to do. All I know is Cowboys Nation, man, doesn't it feel good not to have like a freak out mode and be worried about, hey, our safety play is bad. No, this year, like collectively between KZ, Wilson, when he gets on the field, Kearse, Malik Hooker, it's nice to actually be like, hey, our safety play's pretty freaking good. It's nice. Jalen Smith was cut. I never had a show to talk about that. I'm not even going to bring it. I don't even care anymore. Didn't care then. I was watching the Yankees wild card playoff game, lose to the Boston Red Sox, whatever. I was watching it, saw the notification on my phone. I go, all right, back to the game. I didn't really have time to freak out or make any big hot takes or anything like that. What this means is he just doesn't play well. Look at the film. He doesn't fit what's going on. He didn't fit last year. He had 1 good NFL season. He's a great story. I wish him well. But he was a liability on the defense. Micah Parsons is going to play a lot more. He did on Sunday. He loves it. He says something along the lines where keep playing me till I drop dead. He's young. Keanu O'Neal came back from the COVID list. He's playing well. Kearse can drop down in that safety box. Hooker can. Wilson can. They can use a linebacker or safety as that other linebacker. It's Dan Quinn's scheme. Jabril Cox got some playing time. LV made a couple plays, I said early on in the show. Cox had a big play. Sadly, Daniel Jones got hurt on that rollout, but that doesn't remind you of speed. Jalen made that play on Deshaun Watson a few years ago, back when he had the speed, had the mobility, had the strength and everything else that he just doesn't have anymore. Jabril Cox got off his blocker, sprinted and beat Daniel Jones to the pylon, knocked him to the ground. Sadly, he ended up leaving the game with concussion, which nothing but positive vibes to Saquon Barkley, Kenny Galladay, Daniel Jones, all the guys that got hurt for the Giants. They're having tough luck. But I mean, it's football. It's obviously we know how it goes. A year ago today, 365 days. Dak Prescott had that gruesome injury against the Giants, which brings me into this. Dak in the offense started the first quarter, had an interception because Dak stared down his intended target in Zeke. Zeke was open, had the first down. Hell of a play by one of the Giants' defensive linemen. I think it was Love, who went up, knocked the ball in the air, came down, intercepted it. Bad snap by Biotish, but it should have been corralled, in my opinion, and others. Inside the 5-yard line, fumbled it. Giants recovered. Just wasn't the good vibes that we've seen from Dak, the confidence, the ready to play, like his head was somewhere else. And you know what? I think he said something on it post-game. I'm not going to have a quote, but it's pretty I said this during the game. Looked at my father, who comes over, watches games in my place every Sunday, Monday, whatever day they play. And I said, this is probably why. And he said, no, I don't think so. Called him after I saw his post-game press conference quote. He said, oh, well, I guess you're right. Well, no shit. It was 364 days since his injury at AT&T Stadium against that same team in the New York Giants. Okay, it makes sense that his head was a little foggy. His mental outlook was elsewhere. That was kind of like a freak out mode. I mean, I freaked out a little bit when I saw Dak either try and run for a first down when he attempted to up the middle. He ran to the right side to avoid that sack, the pressure, stepped up in the pocket, thought he was going to run. I was like, oh, and then he threw to Dalton Schultz on the first down, threw for a 20, 25-yard gain. So I was like, okay, I'm a fan and I freaked out. I can only imagine what this guy making millions and millions of dollars and on the giant shoe branded Nike Jordan, like this guy, I mean, he went through it, all the surgeries, all the rehab. We didn't. We sat back, watched Andy Dalton play football, got to the offseason. We talked about the contract, like when's it going to happen? But in reality, while he was doing all that, he was going through everything. He was the one carted off the field. I mean, it's okay. We have to understand. He had it, mental lapse. It was kind of a freaking fucked up moment that happened 365 days ago. And then a year ago to the date yesterday at the same place against the same team. And then even in the third quarter, like things happen, man. They shook it off. He looked unbelievable as always, looked like the old Dak 2 through 4 quarters. And we dominated. We blew up the Giants. And that's what I wanted to see. We are a third quarter football team. I want to be a 4-quarter football team, but our first and second and fourth quarters aren't bad. It's just our third quarters. The Panthers, it was a close game last Sunday. We came out and just had boom, 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 up 3 possessions like that. Yesterday, boom, 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 up 3 possessions like that after it being like 17-13 at one point. I think it ended up going to 33-13, just like that. So that stuff happens. And this offense, guys, like that throw from Dak to CeeDee Lamb on the deep ball against the defensive back who earlier in the week said they're a dink and dunk team and don't really have any big time plays down the field. Threw it on him to CD in stride, 49 yards, perfect catch, perfect throw, caught it in motion towards the end zone touchdown, had Amari Cooper for a touchdown, had Dalton Schultz for a touchdown, catch a damn ball, Dalton, he dropped it in the red zone. One of my small negatives, but that's all I'm going to complain about right there. That's it. Zeke had a touchdown, a rushing touchdown. He hit that pylon, kind of freaked me out, probably just hurts. There's a camera in there, guys. That's why it hurt, by the way. If you're just wondering, why is he in pain? What happened? He hit that pylon on the lower part of his back. There's a freaking camera in there. Of course that's going to hurt. I during their second half takeaway of offensive drives, I let out a screech yesterday. I was like, oh, holy shit. And I jumped up, did this because I was looking left and right. Before I tell you the play, Kellen Moore is football porn. Kellen Moore is football porn. I don't need Viagra when I watch Kellen Moore call plays. He does the job for me. Not going to clip that, but if you see it, laugh a little bit. So Kellen Moore does the job for me. When he called that play, brought Tony Pollard in motion. Dak faked the jet sweep to him. Dak took a step to his right. Fake the flip off to Zeke. Dak then took the ball back, looked left, looked in the back corner to the end zone, faked the throw to CeeDee Lamb, who was double or triple teamed at the time, then looked back and just kind of shot the ball in the bucket to Zeke Elliott, who's all by himself. And then prime time, Deion Sanders, he high-stepped it in the end zone, and I lost my shit. Let me tell you, these kind of plays like that, not every team can just take from them. You have to have an offensive line that can protect in pass protection and give the quarterback time. Because if there was pressure off the edge, by the time he faked that ball to Zeke, Dak would have been hit because he still had time to turn, look to the receiver, boom, right back, shoot the ball into the bucket to Zeke. Like, damn, Kellen Moore, you could tell, dude. I was kind of questioning this also, but when Dak threw the ball to Cedric Wilson, who's a freaking highlight reel sometimes, had a hell of a catch in the fourth quarter, down by the sideline. They had Cedric Wilson throw that ball, made both Giants DBs, one covering Noah Brown, one covering CeeDee Lamb, who I don't know if it's just me, but do you guys get those two confused a lot during the game? Anyway, had both of them wide open on the seam route. Cedric Wilson decided to go in the middle. Just, whoa, way under through Noah Brown. Brown came back to the football, dove on his stomach, caught the ball, 20-yard gain. If Cedric hits them, either one of them in stride, that's a walk-in touchdown. I thought to myself, kind of like, why waste that play on the Giants when you're up 2 possessions? And then I thought about it. It was simply because, one, they feel like the injury to Dak last year took a lot away from that team in McCarthy's first year. 2, it's a division rival at home, going for a 4-game win streak. They were trying to score 50, and they nearly did. 50, bury the Giants, and they still buried them. They wanted that so bad. And that's a play that I'm sure has another design to it, another little element into it. Kellen Moore wouldn't just waste that play on the Cowboy or on the Giants. And even then, if they need that type of play in a big spot, I don't know. I mean, they could use it. Okay. They're not always going to think, hey, oh, shoot, Cedric's throwing the ball. No, it's going to be probably, oh, crap. It's a wide receiver screen. So the 1, they'll fall for it. Or 2, maybe, don't take the ball out of your best player's hands in a close ball game. Just my thought. So I thought it was a cool play. I mean, Kellen Moore has been like great, nonstop great football porn, like I said, makes people throw away their Viagra, like I said. That's how good he's been at calling plays. I don't want to lose him, but that's a conversation. There's ways to keep him. That's a conversation for the offseason. Let's move through this because I'm going to go watch Monday Night Football. Zeke looks as good as he has since 2016, guys. He's on pace for 1,500 yards. He's deaking and dunking, like slithering through the line, knowing how to make his cuts, got the speed on the outside. He looks freaking good. On pace for over 1,000 for Tony Pollard, too. In that split they did, I think it was almost like 20 touches for Zeke, 10 for Pollard. I mean, that's the perfect balance, I think. That's kind of what I want, is that kind of balance. And then if I had a little minor problem, just get it out of the way. Tyler Biadasz is having trouble snapping the ball. He had trouble against the Giants. He's had trouble in other games. I think Dallas is going to have to get a new center for 2022, unless they slide McGovern in this season at some point. He's been working in practice, snapping the ball. Maybe they want to use him as a center now because fullback's too much fun for him. And, man, those plays are cool too. Biadasz can be a fullback. I don't care. Offense doesn't even have Gallup and Collins yet. Like, defense doesn't have DeMarcus Lawrence and Gallimore yet. Those are 4 total starters right there. Wait till they get them back. I think the news today was it's going to be about a month plus till we get Gallimore and D-Law back. I kind of wonder if that quote was, hey, we're not going to get Gallimore and D-Law at the same time for a month, or it's Gallimore's not coming back for a month plus, and DeMarcus Lawrence isn't coming back for a month plus. I don't know. Hey, 4-1 feels good, baby. I do want to show you one thing. It's not, I don't like using the word viral because it's not. It's about 600 likes, 50 retweets. I respect Logan Ryan. And you're probably thinking, Corey, what the hell are you talking about? New York Giant, the one that had something to do, who was around the play when Dak Prescott got hurt a year ago today. Look, Dak got hurt a year ago today. Logan Ryan was the guy making a clean play. Nothing Logan Ryan did was wrong. I said it a year ago when it happened, and I hope you guys realize that too. But doesn't mean Logan doesn't feel bad. Doesn't mean Cowboys fans are like, oh, that was the closest guy to him. Screw that guy. I do want to give love where love is deserved. Look, I respect him. I reached out to Logan Ryan today, and he got back to me right away via Twitter DM. This is Logan Ryan. You see the blue check mark. I saw this photo. I sent it to him. I go, big respect for you, for this man, Cowboys fan, to let him know I'm not just some guy. He goes, appreciate you. It's bigger than football, no matter the team. So that's Logan and Dak coming together at midfield for a post game after the Cowboys win on Sunday. I just thought that was pretty cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But hey, let's get back. We'll talk to you guys next week, man. Cheers, Cowboys and Cold Ones. Subscribe. I don't like asking for it, but just subscribe, help share, grow the channel. I also have a Facebook page that's growing pretty well. I mean, you put the name Cowboys in something and people find it and like it. It's Cowboys and Cold Ones podcast on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at Corey Clark Radio. Until then, 4 in a row, baby. Let's go beat them damn New England Patriots on the road, going to the bye week, feeling ourselves. How about them Cowboys, boys? Let's go. Be loud, be proud. It's fun times to be a Cowboy.